Sex Party with your host, Dustin Rybka.
Hello and welcome to Sex Party. I'm your host, Dustin Rybka. With me on the show this week, it's a big one. It's adult superstar, OnlyFans creator, Abigail Morris. As of this recording, Abigail is getting ready to host the 2026 AVN Awards in Las Vegas. We're going to talk all about it. I try to get some secrets out of her about it. She talks about being incredibly nervous to host the award show, also being incredibly nervous to be on podcasts, incredibly nervous to be in porn scenes, to be in any social situation at all, but then saying, fuck it, turning around and doing it anyway. Abigail wants to cosplay, dress up as Gamora, have a male talent cosplay, dress up as Thanos. They fuck for a parody porn scene of Marvel, and we talk all about what that could look like. Obviously, Gamora is Thanos' stepdaughter, and he threw her off a cliff, so there's a whole power dynamic at play. We get into it. We also talk about what the hell happened to parody porn. We used to have tons and tons of parodies of famous pop stars, movie stars, athletes, and it's all gone, or so we think. And if it truly is gone, can we bring it back? How do we do that? Abigail talks about being someone who enjoys what she does. And you'll see that in this interview. She talks about enjoying sex and being genital drunk, she calls it, quite easily, and then being able to take that into her work and enjoy every scene that she does, and give it 100% from a real place. We also chat about her doing her first gangbang and her first anal scene for Brazzers and what that looks like potentially coming up. We talk about her being a Brazzers Contract Star for the last 4 years. We get into what she is up to over on OnlyFans. How crazy is it getting over there? We get into her preference for a cum shot. Is she a cream pie girly? Is she a facial girly? Does she like both? Does she have a breeding kink? You're going to find out all this and more. So without further ado, please enjoy my conversation with Abigail Morris.
This week's conversation.
Abigail Morris, welcome to Sex Party. What an honor. What a fucking treat. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. I'm nervous as shit, so I would just like to make that clear.
Don't be nervous. I know, but like I tried saying it before, but like this is not, if there's any show to get nervous on, it's not this one. So well, whatever that means.
On all of them I get nervous walking into a room and saying hi. So I mean, it's just, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like that's huge because you're you're facing it down every time. And obviously you do a ton of work in the press and the fucking, porn scenes, everything. Is that your thing? Just to like be like, let's fucking go and just do it?
Yeah, it is. Actually, I've kind of spent my whole life like mind over body. That's kind of how I exist in my space. So it's like, I'll go in there on the verge of a nervous breakdown. But I'm just like, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? So I can be nervous and my legs are shaking and my vision goes black, but I'm going to do it.
Holy shit. Oh my God. I mean, I love it though, because first of all, it gives everybody out there hope. And second of all, that's sort of my bag too. Like I try to do all sorts of shit, and you have a little voice that's like right before the doors open or the curtain or whatever. It's like, you could still run. And it's like, we're not running. We're fucking.
I'm not going to do it. Like I don't love parties. I don't love like huge crowds, but I'll jump at the idea to go to Comic-Con and cosplay and big groups of people and be stuck there for 12 hours, not able to pee. Like, it's like, I don't know. I jump at the idea of being in those different crowds and locations, but the whole time I'm like, my heart's racing. I need my inhaler. I'm shaking. Like,
yeah. Well, do you sign up for shit because it's like, oh, fuck yeah, I want that. Then you get it and you're like, how the fuck am I going to do this?
All the time.
Yes, I love that. I'm the same way.
AVN being one. Like, yeah. I am psyched about AVN, and whenever we had the discussion and everything, I was like, fuck yeah, this is going to be amazing. I hung up the phone and I'm like, I'm going to die. And it was instant like doom. But I actually feel really good about it now that it's really close. I'm like, this is going to be great. And if I fuck it up, I'll just make it funny.
Yeah, I don't think you can fuck it up. I think you just, I mean, this is so cliche, but I think you just be yourself. I think that sells it. I think that's why they got you. And before we get to even what everyone in the audience is like, what are they talking about? I'm going to let you tell them the big news.
Oh, I'm hosting AVN. That's my boobs. 2026.
Yes, and which, if you're watching this, it means it's either happening right now or you're further in the future. And I hope we're all still there in the future. But yeah, you're hosting the 2026 AVN Awards. Congratulations, sex party round of applause for you. We fucking love that shit.
I'm excited.
Take me to how it happened. The phone call. Did you dry heave? Like what? Tell me everything.
Dry heave. So it's super secret the way the conversation happened.
Okay.
So I can't talk about it, but I can tell you what happened after.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So it was a whole big process, and then after the whole discussion, I was at home. I freaked out. I like ran across the house like screaming, and then I have my throuple at home, and they were like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "I can't tell you." And they're like, "But you're screaming and jumping up and down, but you also look scared. Like, what's going on?" And I'm like, "We really can't talk about it." So that was it, and that was the end of it. And I couldn't talk to anybody until they got my co-host like a week later.
Mm-hmm.
Once I talked to her, it's Lo. She's a sweetheart. We became like best friends immediately.
Yeah.
Once she found out, then we would just like randomly call each other like, "We're fucking hosting AVN," because we couldn't talk to anybody. We're just like freaking out inside. So we were just kind of like going back and forth and using each other as like that emotional support in the moment. But it was just phenomenal. And then it was obviously like the promo shoots and the announcement party. And then whenever we got announced as the host, and it was just like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Nerve-wracking. But it's honestly been one of the most exciting things that's like ever happened to me. And I've done some cool shit. And by cool shit, I mean very boring stuff from my home. But like
like what? Give me one.
I got a Swarovski Thanos collectible. That was a highlight of my life.
Amazing.
I have a giant bender, like a 6-foot bender collectible. That's a highlight. Oh, see, I do cool things, just not AVN cool. So
yeah, but now you're cool in both circles. You can travel like the nerd circles, which and obviously we're saying nerd in a loving way. I'm a fucking nerd. They know it. I fucking love Batman and fucking nerd. Shit. Yeah. Nerds are cool, so whatever. But and also you're this mega famous porn star who's now hosting the AVN Awards. I mean, when you go to the Wikipedia page from now until the end of time, your name will be listed as a host. That's a huge.
You're making me more nervous.
No.
I'm breaking a sweat over here.
No. Look, I'm like. I gas people up, but it's like real. Like that's my whole thing. It's like I just like get hyped for people. And full transparency, like last year at AVN, like I interviewed you on the floor. We had a fucking awesome conversation about all sorts of shit. And again, everyone in the adult industry has been incredibly kind the last like 4 or 5 years that I've been in this industry, around this industry. But you were like so nice and took so much time, and like we had such a fucking fun, like horny yet nerdy talk. It was like really, really cool. So everything, that you're getting, I think you deserve because you work your ass off, and also, you fucking you're in it to win it. And I don't think that you fake a lot of shit. I think you're like what you see is what you get. I love that.
I am very much like that. I don't fake anything, to be completely honest. My entire life has kind of been, I am me. You either love it or hate it, and I really, really don't care which it is. And I've kind of lived my entire life by that motto. Like I did all of the normal jobs. I did all of the stereotypical stuff you're supposed to do. And I didn't love it. And I pretty much decided, I'm like, that's not going to be me. I'm going to do what makes me happy. I love being in the adult industry. And the day that I don't love it anymore, I won't do it. If that ever happens, which I hope not, because this is amazing. I don't fake my scenes. I don't fake my, like, I know a lot of people, they get like very weird, or they think that a lot of performers don't want to be there signing at conventions. I love it with my whole heart. It is one of my favorite things ever, like being there and taking pictures and getting to know people and that like one-on-one connection. And you really like you realize how much you have in common with everybody. Like everybody's so fucking cool. Even the ones that are, you know, a little strange and handsy, like once you kind of tell them like chill out a little, they're so sweet.
Don't be handsy, guys. What the fuck?
I mean, unless you ask first.
Oh yeah, but like, don't touch someone without asking them. This is my exactly right.
It's not a hard concept.
Yeah. And when I said you don't fake a lot of things, I didn't mean it that way. I meant like, as a performer, I'm sure. Well, just intuitively to me, like there's like a version of you that's a person, that's whatever, the alter ego or whatever, or the primary or whatever it would be, and then there's this version of you. And to me, it seems like there's like a lot of crossover in a good way. Yeah,
Mine's
exactly.
Like, I don't think they're 100% the same. I think it's that both exist within me. So I don't think that I have to like put on a facade for the other one.
Sure.
I feel like I have genuinely both sides. And so there's the side that kind of flourishes in that kind of like public eye environment. And then there's the side of me that hides in my room for months at a time and plays video games and plays with my 11 dogs. So it's just that both sides exist for sure. It's definitely not, there's no show to put on. I wouldn't be able to put on one anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can tell, and I think that everything you're getting is exactly that plus hard work. So congratulations on everything. I love that. I'm going to ask you a bunch more questions, but first, at the almost 10-minute mark already, let's say, I mean, look, if they're here listening, if they're here watching on YouTube, if we're still on YouTube, they should know who you are. I'm sure they do. But let's just say that somebody, I don't know, they swallowed an action figure 5 or 6 years ago, and they were in a coma, and now they're out of the coma or whatever that kind of thing was. They somehow are here at the podcast. They're like, this guy needs to shut the fuck up. For those people who don't know who you are, what you do, could you introduce yourself, talk a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Okay, first of all, I would like to ask, which end did they swallow the action figure from?
The head, for sure.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Well, I am Abigail Morris. I am a cosplayer turned porn star. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I'm shy and trying to do this without having a panic attack. So
yeah, you're doing a great job. You're doing a fucking great job. We love it. Okay, so did you go to anybody that you know that previously hosted the AVN Awards before and ask like for advice, or are you raw dogging this?
I'm raw dogging it.
Fuck yeah. See,
I've gone to a bunch of people and said I'm nervous.
Oh, okay.
And I'm fully open to say that because it's the truth. And I don't want to ever like pretend that I'm not feeling what I'm feeling. And so I'll like, when people ask, they're like, are you excited? I'm like, I'm fucking nervous. And I'll openly say that. But I don't want advice because I don't want to be the next anybody, or what somebody like what works for them may not work for me. And so I don't want to be dependent on the advice of somebody that it may not be the same tactic that works for me. So I'm kind of just following whatever my mind and body say, and in the positive way, not the negative side, and just winging it. And I mean, I only stuttered once at the nominations party, so I'll take it.
Yeah, and what's a fucking stutter anyway? Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean, I feel like even in the like the high end, like perfect aesthetic, like fashion world, Instagram shit, the aesthetic is like messy and like fractured and real, you know. Thanks, Charlie XCX. We love you for that. And
literally,
yeah, it's about time somebody did it. You know what the fuck? And she's been working for that her whole life and whatever. And so I think that people want a human to host the AVN Awards.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be known for being picture perfect and all the time, you know, this wonderful specimen. Like, I want to be real, I want to be raw, and I want people to be able to like relate to who I am as a person and what I go through and what I feel and like everything. Like, it's relatable because it's fucking real. And if people can't relate to that, then I mean, you're amazing, wonderful. I'm so glad that you have zero insecurities, but some of us do.
Yeah, no, I think it's so much. I mean, all of my heroes are messy as shit, you know, and so I totally understand. I think it's just more interesting that way. I respect Superman, but I don't want to be Superman because he's too perfect.
I want to be Thanos. Well, I want to fuck Thanos, to be fair.
I think we talked about this in person. Okay, go on. So are we going to make this fucking cosplay parody thing happen where you fuck Thanos?
I want to so bad, but do you know how hard it is to find, like, a lot of tall men have this, and I don't mean this in a negative way, like, tall men are amazing. I don't have a height thing. I don't really care, but Thanos would need to be a taller man. That's just kind of how it works with Thanos.
Sure.
And I'm 5'11", so finding a man that's taller than me, typically those types of guys are not the ones that want to be painted purple. So it's been difficult to find, but I want to make it happen so bad. Yeah. And I know that this is extremely, extremely wrong. But for the sake of, like, I don't know, really feeling the scene, I would want to be Gamora.
I was gonna ask. That's so fucking yes. Okay, so this is like a taboo kind of like vibe.
Well, so for me, it's honestly, it has nothing to do with the taboo fact. It has to do with the fact that he killed her, and that's just kind of doing it for me.
I think that's taboo. Like that, there's a taboo there. Yeah, and it's like his stepdaughter anyway. He did
exactly like it's not even real daughter, so it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We're all for step over here.
That's for sure. I mean, that's fuck yeah. That's amazing. So where are we looking for? Are you just looking in the like tell me about the search for Thanos. Like, you know,
I mean, I've just been looking at performers so far, and like I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to put anybody on the spot. But like the ones I've talked to, they're just kind of like, I don't want to be painted purple. And I'm like, I get it, because you know, you start sweating the purple. It's gonna be a long day. Like you have to do the body painting, and then you have to do the details, and then there's the gauntlet, and there's all of these different things that need to be incorporated into the story. Then you have to do a story. You can't just start it with Thanos, you know, railing. Like it has to be like a build up, some emotion involved, and not everybody's down. So I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna put a post out there and see who responds. I'm gonna be like, who wants to be Thanos, and nail me, and then see what comes up. I don't know.
I feel like you would get some traction on that on Twitter.
Right? I think that could move.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the storyline? Because
I don't know.
You could go so many different ways.
There's so many ways. Like I could be bribing him with things so he doesn't snap away half of the universe. But I also kind of agree that we could use a snapping of half of the universe. So I don't know if I want to bribe him out of that. Maybe it's a reward for snapping half. I don't know. Like, I have no idea. There needs to be some emotional buildup, though. Like, it has to be, I don't know, it has to be raw.
Yeah, I think that you could cuck out Star-Lord, too, a little bit, maybe.
Hot.
You know? Like, he's tied to a chair and he's crying. Yeah.
I need to see the tears, though.
Oh, yeah.
I need to be somebody that can really milk it.
Yeah. They have to be good actor.
I need this. I need this in my life.
Is this, okay, so is it MCU accurate or comic book accurate Thanos? Does it matter?
I prefer comic book accurate Thanos, but I think MCU Thanos, like, Josh Brolin did great. He really did. He captured, like, the daddy energy very well. Like, I watched the movie and he starts talking and I'm just, like, wiggling a little, like, okay, I'm feeling this. He kills Gamora, and I'm like, oh, you did that so good. Like,
and then he cried, like one tear and shit.
And it's like he feels emotion, but like he's in his mind doing what's right for the world. And I think that it's like admirable in the beginning because he was really doing what he thought was right. In the end, he was just a spiteful asshole. But in the beginning, like it came from like a genuine place, and I think that's admirable until he did it.
Yeah, I mean he committed. I mean, half of the universe is wild. We don't even know what's out there. But also, he was driven, and we like a driven person. We do. With ambition, you know. That was his choice. I was
making excuses for toxicity over here.
Yeah. You're like, oh, he killed his daughter. It's so hot. So
it's so hot.
I totally get it, though. It's a power dynamic, you know? You can't argue with a good power dynamic.
I love a power dynamic.
And they
most people think like school teacher or like stepdad, and I'm like, scary monster gonna kill me. Also stepdad.
Yeah. That's very true, actually. Like, he does represent the bulk of stepdads out there, I think.
I also really like I don't know. Another thing I really like about it is it's not like he was vapid in the way that he killed his stepdaughter. He was hands on. He wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty. He didn't just snap her away.
Yeah.
He threw her off a cliff.
Yeah.
Like, he was very hands on, and I'm like, I like a guy that uses his hands. You know?
Yeah, and they had that little tussle where they were like, she's like beating on him and it wasn't doing shit, you know, whatever. He's a tough guy.
It's like sad, but at the same time hot. You know?
I agree.
I'm cry masturbating.
Yeah. Have you taken this idea to Brazzers, or is this like an OnlyFans thing you would do?
I would do it with Brazzers, but I don't know if Brazzers would do it. That's a good idea. I should pitch that. I feel like licensing wise and copyright, it gets a little close. Like, it's very much on the line.
Yeah, but didn't they do a Ghostbusters parody once?
They did a bunch of parody back in the day, but I don't know if they've done very much parody recently. I need to figure this out.
Which brings up another thing. We mentioned Charlie XCX, but why is no one casting Gal Ritchie as that Charlie XCX? We're missing a huge opportunity here. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, that would be hot. But like I'm saying, parody porn is not that big anymore. We need to bring it back.
I know.
I'm starting a movement. Bring back parody porn.
yeah, for sure. And we get it. I mean, back in the day, there was a porn star named like Brittany Rears. You know, we all knew who it was supposed to be, right? And so, yeah. But I feel like, a lot of people would probably dump the shitty, invasive AI stuff, like the naked Taylor Swift stuff and whatever, if there was good parody of like, people that are, not like
lookalikes or similar, or able to capture at least the essence in a scene.
Yeah,
for sure.
So maybe you take the Thanos stepdaddy, stepdaughter thing to Brazzers and say, hey, I got an idea. It'll win every award next year.
Oh my God. I'm gonna pitch it, but I'm 99% sure they're gonna look at me and they're gonna be like, no.
Who would, then just be like, oh, it's this fucking idiot guy said I should fucking pitch you guys. Just blame it on the fucking podcaster.
I'm blaming it on you 100%.
For sure. Yeah. I'll take the heat. Speaking of Brazzers, amazing company, pretty much the MTV of this generation, I think, Brazzers, Pornhub is up for debate, either one. But you have a history with Brazzers. You've been with them a long time. Contract Star, if I'm not mistaken, if the internet's not fucking lying to me. Tell me about.
Not lying to
you. Sometimes it does. Tell me about your history, your story with Brazzers.
It's been a while now. I love Brazzers personally. I think they're a phenomenal company. I love that they always put the performer first. I honestly have zero negative things to say, and as you can see, I'm a self-deprecating, very negative person in a lot of ways. So I have no negative things to say. I think they're amazing. And I was cosplaying from like 2017 to 2019. And then 2019, I opened my OnlyFans and just kind of like took my cosplay stuff in a sexual route and did amazing. I quit my office job. And then I went to Exotica as a fan. It was Exotica, New Jersey. I went there to like look at boobies. And
it's a great place to go and look at.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was right after my breast augmentation, and I just was like slutting it out. I wanted to dress slutty and walk around and look at boobs. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah, good for you.
It was phenomenal. I walked by one of the Brazzers booths, and there were Frank and Michael were the ones there that I spoke to. And we spoke, and then they were kind of like telling me about Brazzers, and I was like, I'm really interested, and we kind of exchanged contact, but I wasn't ready to do porn. I didn't want to, I wasn't ready. So I didn't move forward. I didn't end up doing it. And then they had reached out a couple more times, and then I believe it was 2021. I was like, fuck it. Like, I want to jump in. I want to see what happens. I want to explore sexually. Like, I'm an exhibitionist in so many ways. And I wanted to be able to kind of act on that and explore it in a safe environment. And so they kind of came to me and they were like, look, we'll give you what you want. We'll take care of you. We'll make sure that you're safe. And we kind of had these really in-depth conversations about it. And I was like, okay. So I shot 2 years before I got contracted. I was on Brazzers House. And I wasn't aiming to win. I was on Brazzers House because I was like, it's a cool experience. I can fuck a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then me and Lily Lou were on there together, and we were like, okay, let's team up. I want to help you. And I was telling her, I was like, I want to help you win. Let's like, I don't know, do this in like a super sexy girlfriend kind of way. Cause we were instantly like attracted to each other and just super like girls. And I was like, I'm not trying to win. I want you to win. Let's blow this out of the water together. And so we would like give each other advice and kind of just like do different things. And we chose to do our spotlight scenes together, and we became really good friends. And when they announced that it was going to be 2 winners instead of 1, me and her ended up winning together.
Yes.
And so it was just like, it was a really meaningful thing, and I think that it was amazing. And I've been contracted with them ever since, and I don't plan on stopping until they're ready to stop. So I guess we're going ham.
Well, I have a feeling they're not going to be ready to stop ever with you, because you're creative and you're down as hell to do all sorts of stuff. So, so then your mainstream porn career started with Brazzers.
Yeah.
That's
whenever I decided to do mainstream, I was like, I'm doing Brazzers or I'm not doing it at all.
Fuck. See, like, talk about manifestation. You know, let's go to Exotica to look at some tits, and then, you know, boom.
Brazzers it is.
yeah. So, so how many years have you been in the industry?
So I want to say 4, almost 5, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I don't even know how old I am, to be completely honest.
It's 2026, so if that helps.
So that doesn't really help.
Yeah.
5-ish years, 4 or 5.
Okay.
4 or 5.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's amazing. So when you started, what did you really jump right in, like with like guy, girl? Was it guy, girl, guy, like how, like, and where are we at now? Like in 5 years, like how crazy has your stuff gotten? Are you primarily...
Okay, so I started with a gonzo boy girl with Quentin James, where it was very much just like chill introduction to the industry, and they gave me like a whole interview thing. It was amazing. And now I do blow bangs in a shark cage. So just to gauge that progression.
That's exactly what... You're a podcaster's dream, let me tell you right now. These clips are gonna just fucking hit. But okay, so okay, orgies. Stop me when you haven't done one. Orgies, DP.
I haven't done. So I've never done anal.
Okay, never done anal. See, we found something. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never done a gangbang. I've never done anal.
Okay.
I've done 3 orgies. I believe I've done 3 orgies. I think they're amazing. They were all with Brazzers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't done anal, or obviously not DP because I haven't done anal.
Yeah.
And I haven't done gangbangs. So my first gangbang will be with Brazzers. We are working on coming up with like a cool plan now. And my first anal is pinky promised to Brazzers. I'm just not ready.
Yeah, no, good for you. I mean, it's amazing to hear that you want to do these things, but on your own time, on your own schedule, you know, when you're ready to do that. I mean, I guess not just as a performer, but as a person, right? And who's walking around on Earth, or so they tell us. Has gangbang been like a fantasy of yours, or is it something that totally terrifies you?
It is. No, I want it so bad.
Okay.
So from I always was interested in it. And I used to watch on Pornhub and X videos and all of these different sites. Like they're shot in Europe, and they're like the cream pie gangbangs, and it's like all of these dudes just like all over this girl, just demoralizing her. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I've always kind of fantasized about it, but I never saw myself in that scenario. I was like, I don't know how it would feel with like so many people grabbing me and moving me around and that whole thing, because most of my experiences have been like 1-on-1, 2-on-1, like max 4 people in the room. And then I did my first blow bang with Brazzers, and it was my first blow bang. So I was like, I'm going big or I'm not doing it. And they were like, okay, well, most girls start with like 4 or 5 guys. I was like, okay, I want 10. So I did my first blow bang was a 10 guy blow bang. And then I was like, I want a gangbang, and I want like 12 guys, and I want it to be big, and I want it to be something massive and some raunchy story. And so I have a story lined up that I can't talk about, but I think I know what I want to do, and I want to talk about it, but I can't talk about it.
Can you give a hint? Can you give a hint? Any sort of hint?
Okay, so I'm a slut on set, and it's going to revolve around that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Perfect.
I don't know another way to say it. So yeah, I'm psyched. I can't wait. It's gonna be amazing. And so from that point on, I was like, I wanted to, and I'm scared in the sense of like, what am I scared about? I don't even know. I'm just like a little nervous, but I'm not really scared. I'm more just like, I want it so bad.
Yeah.
I don't want my head stepped on, but aside from that, like, go crazy.
Okay. So that's okay. So see, people have this is the thing too, is a lot of times on the show, we talk about boundaries and shit. And it's like, like you have to have these conversations in civilian sex as much, if not more so in porn, right? Where it's like, sure, okay, you can spit on her, right? But don't put your boot like on her forehead without asking, because.
But that's me though. Because I'm like, bitch slap me, bite me, spit on me, do all of these things, but I don't want your foot on my head. And people are always like, how does that make sense? And I'm like, it doesn't, but I don't want it. And we go through the whole boundary checklist when we're shooting, and they go through all of the things, and there's like 100 sex acts on there, and they go through this whole list. And literally my only 2 no's are no fisting and no anal. And aside from that, it's fuck yes to everything.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I love sex. Like from the moment I lost my virginity, I've loved sex, and I love acting on it. I love everything to do with it. I love like connecting with a person. The moment that I'm horny, like all thought goes out the way. I'm genital drunk. I just want to like jump in and do everything. And so like my boundaries are very minimal. But the ones that are my boundaries are pretty strict. Yeah.
No, I mean, as they should be, right? I think a lot of people, and especially like with gangbangs, like I love what everyone is doing, as long as the person is like Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue. I love all that shit. I think that they're fucking doing their thing. And the thing that's great about them is that you know what you're getting when you tune in or you pay for a scene or whatever, unlike some people that I won't name on whatever, unless you want to, but I don't think you want to go there. But I whatever, but there's some people that
you tell me after, because I want to know, but I don't publicly want to.
Yeah,
guys, he's not going to tell me
at all, not whatsoever. But I think there's something to be said about someone who knows their boundaries, is like in it to win it. They give that fucking performance. They are unapologetic.
They want to be there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Which
that's for me, like the most frustrating thing about porn is people who don't want to be doing it. And it's honestly sad. Like I don't mean it in like a negative or mean way against them. It's sad because it's like you're not doing it from a place of passion. And I think that really sucks. And also for me, I then feel like I'm molesting them. Like girls that are gay for pay, I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't feel like you want me to touch you right now. And I'm like diving into your pussy and you look uncomfortable. Can I just go home? Like, I don't want to do this. And so it puts everybody in like an awkward situation.
Well, when you say that or you emote that or whatever, you bring that up, are they just like, no, it's cool?
They're like, I'm okay with it. I'm just not into it. And I'm like, that helps. Thanks.
Yeah, kind
like,
of.
And it is what it is. As long as I'm not, I'm okay with it. But it just definitely means more whenever they're into it,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I feel like some people will say that, and it'll either, I've heard from people like, oh, I watched your episode with so and so, and they said they're really not into X, but they do X, whatever. Like now I see those scenes and they turn me on less, or they turn me on more, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Yeah.
So that's a real thing. And I think in any industry, I mean, you see like in Hollywood and shit, some of these actors are like haggard, I don't know, like not grateful, kind of like whatever. That's always someplace you never want to end up,
or jaded. Like I never want to be jaded. And I've always very much appreciated that about Brazzers, is like they don't overwork me. They definitely value a lot like my wanting to be there and my desire to perform to the best of my ability. So they don't overdo it. They don't burn me out, and I wouldn't want to be burnt out. So I'm good.
Yeah. Well,
I like all my holes not being sore.
Yeah, it's fine once in a while, but listen, like I need my holes.
A good amount of sore for sure. But you wouldn't take a birth master every day. Like
fuck. Oh my God. Have you worked with Girthmaster?
A few times, yeah.
Okay. What is that experience like? And it's for those of
Sweetheart. He's a total sweetheart.
Yeah.
But it feels like I'm birthing a baby in reverse for the first minute or so. Once the body kind of like, and he's really good about like warming you up and like easing it in, and he's amazing at what he does. He really is, and he is fully aware of how big that thing is. So he knows how to maneuver and make a girl feel good.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the biggest thing I've ever had inside me, and I wouldn't go bigger, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Our first time having sex was a collab for OnlyFans, and the beginning of the scene is literally me saying, "I'm scared," like squeaking it out, and then we start, and that's like the beginning of the video, which I think is adorable because I'm not hiding it. You know, I don't want to hide how I'm feeling, but also I was fucking scared. I was like, I might die right now, and I'd be okay with it, but I might.
Yeah.
So I didn't die.
Yeah. Well, I think I've seen, well, first of all, I met him very briefly at the AVN house party. I think it was like, maybe he was with Kaylee Gunner or something, just very brief, super, both of them, very, very nice. But like, that man's going to have like the wildest Hulu documentary in like 10 years, or like
For sure.
feature film. Like, what the, like, that's crazy, right?
Insane. And I'm just curious, and I haven't asked him, and I'm gonna ask him. It takes so much blood to go to that thing. Does he get like head rush or dizzy whenever it gets fully? Like, I'm concerned about the blood flow.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's phenomenal the way the human body works.
Yeah. Well, I would hope he's taking some vitamins, you know, so to keep things, you know, right or whatever. But yeah, I mean, he's yeah. I can't imagine that you would want to, like, you know, that to have sex. I mean, no one's having sex with your Girthmaster every day, like on sets. You know what I mean? Like that's insane.
The most I will do sex, hand job, half blowjob because this doesn't fit in my mouth, and then sex. You need like a 2-day recovery. So for the next 2 days, he's getting a hand job. That's the most of it.
Yeah. Well, and two, like, I feel like I've seen a lot of those, like on Twitter, there's those like reaction shots. And so there's a lot of Girthmaster, like when the dick goes in, like the woman's face. I think I saw Ari Kreitzia, the
I know who you're talking about, but I also can't pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna try.
Butchered her last name too. What the hell? But I like her reaction is like, holy, like it was, and it's believable every time because it's really happening. You know what I mean?
It's real.
What was your when you go, so you're scared and then it happens? What's going through your mind when something that big is going?
Well, I don't know. I got dick drunk right away, and that was my brain shut off, and I was like, "Just use me." Like I just that was it.
Yeah, which is where you want to be.
I don't remember any of my thoughts in that moment, other than like, I want to cause the most amount of pleasure that I physically can. So fuck it, I'm going all in. Yeah. And then I genuinely, no idea. Brain shuts off. When I'm horny, brain literally shut. I am like the most adorable little cum slut that just wants to have sex when I'm horny. And so there's most of the time zero thought in there.
That's great.
It's just, you know, existing in my happy place.
I feel like that's a place that most women never, like, in the real world, and perhaps maybe on porn sets too, would kill to be at, but they don't have the trust, right, to get there. They want to be there, but it's like, how do I know this guy's not a fucking, you know, or maybe they don't make them feel comfortable or whatever. And that's what's great, I think, about porn, and what people don't give porn enough credit for is the idea that it's the safest way in the world to explore fantasy as long as you know your own boundaries, with like you talked about.
Yeah, if you explicitly state your boundaries, then you can really kind of let go in a way that you can only do with a trusting partner at home, and you wouldn't really do with a guy on Tinder. And so it makes it harder to kind of explore in your personal life versus like the industry gives. And I'm not saying everybody should be in the industry to explore all their fantasies, because not everybody's cut out for it, which is perfectly fine, or not everybody wants to. But for me, it was the safest route to just fucking go crazy. And I think it definitely gave me that like openness to where I can go into a situation and I state my boundaries and I feel it out if the other person is feeling the same way. And if they are, then I can just shut my brain off and just exist and let it happen. And it feels amazing. It's one of the most freeing things I've ever felt. And I feel like a huge misconception is that people in the industry are damaged or crazy or this or that. I'm a little crazy, but I'm not damaged. Um, I don't have crazy past trauma. I'm not psychotic. I'm not, I'm not depressed. I'm not anything crazy. I'm not lashing out for attention.
Yeah.
I like to express myself creatively. And I think that adult work is an amazing way to express yourself. And it's a way to show sexual empowerment. And you can just be who you are in so many different ways. And the whole world is jerking off to. What's cooler than that?
For real. And forever too.
And forever. I will be in my casket like somebody's jerking off to this right now. And I will be so happy.
Yeah. There's a lot of people jerking off right now, and I've been gone for 25 years. Yeah.
I hope that somebody is jerking off to this podcast right now. Like, it is literally, like, I love it. I'm so, like, and even when I'm in a scene, like, the very few moments when we cut or switch positions or things like that, and my brain kind of just, like, recollects, I'm like, somebody's jerking off to this position. Like, somebody is watching this. Somebody's going to watch this and come right now. Like, there's so many different aspects that I'm such a huge exhibitionist. I started walking in New York naked when the Free the Nipple movement happened, but for my own sexual gratification, not really for, like, freeing the nipple.
Still counts.
Just, I love just existing and people watching it. I think it's great. But if you come talk to me in public, I will blush and cover my face. So.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, I mean, so at the conventions, then you're just like, again, with the like, fuck it, let's roll. Like, that's just how you get into it. And then like, what, like halfway through the day, you feel better or what?
I think I feel better the moment I start talking. As you can probably tell, I'm a chatterbox.
Well, I was going to say, well, I love that because I don't have to talk because it's fucking great. And you're answering all my questions too. Yeah, no.
You're confirming that I'm a chatterbox. Thank you so much for that.
No. In a good way. Chatterbox, if I was like, I don't know. I don't think there's such a thing. I mean, I'm a podcaster and they do not want to hear me talk. They're here for you. I was going to ask you, are you still in panic mode? Like, because maybe that's the episode title, Panic Mode. I don't know, but
Panic Mode. I like that.
Yeah. I think we're gonna probably roll with that. So your horniness, your ability to like know that you want it, know like, oh my God, we're not even having sex yet, and I'm already like cum drunk, genital drunk, which first time anyone's called it genital drunk, fucking love it because it can go for women or men, right? Because
I love women and men, so I love all of the things. So I just want to incorporate. It's genital drunk for me.
Yeah, both flavors. So you knew that about yourself, like like from early on that you were like, I have this appetite for sex. How were you fulfilling that before you got into porn?
I had my a sexual partner that at the time was kind of like fulfilling, and I think I ran him ragged a little. I still had that, teenage sex drive. I was like 18, 19, and I definitely think that it dried him out. But around the time that I got in porn, like I don't know, it made up for it. It just definitely fixed it. And I got lucky enough to have partners who were supportive in that sense. And like prior to that, it was just like hardcore masturbation. Like before I lost my virginity, I was masturbating like 14 or 15 times a day. And it was like, however I could get off, I was getting off. And I started that at an extremely young age. And I just knew I was hypersexual. And it was just insane. And I think my mom knew, like she very much knew, and she supported it in a healthy way. She was like, do what you do privately. Let's just keep it private though. And maybe not like do it, in the living room. And
during Thanksgiving.
During Thanksgiving, maybe not during a family meeting. And then, it definitely like progressed as I got older. And I know it's not great to like talk about doing things underage, but I wasn't doing anything underage, but I knew when I was underage what I wanted to do.
Yeah, well, we have an editor.
And so I kind of like prepared myself mentally and made sure I got into a state of mind where I was 100% sure that's what I wanted to do. And then I went for it. I think if I didn't take the extra 2 years to really think about it, I think I would have gone into it too early and I wouldn't have been mentally sound enough to make that decision. I think I went into it old enough that I knew what I wanted to do and I did it in the healthiest way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think so too. And the thing is, like we were talking about porn, like not everybody can be a porn performer, but I think that what we discount as a well, not you and I, obviously, but like what other people they trash on porn and they use porn as like, you know, the scapegoat canary in the coal mine kind of thing. They're missing the point is that people are always like, porn's not real. Thank fucking God, because why would you go into Pornhub and type in angry wife threw my Xbox away or what? Like, no one's doing that.
Really?
You get to go there and put in anything you want. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, close to anything you want.
For the most part.
Yeah. And you could pull up a fantasy that you might want and never do. You might want and then do, or you have no idea but for that day it feels lovely. And so that's what I think we're missing about porn. And you and I keep like kind of touching on that subject. And I wish that people would like learn that.
Literally, like porn doesn't mean you have to go do it. It gives you the chance to experience something that you may not want in your real life, but you want the fantasy of. And it's a beautiful thing. Like it really is. Do I actually want to cheat on my partners? No. I mean, it's an open relationship. I technically couldn't. But do I actually want to cheat and hurt somebody? No. Do I want to live out the fantasy? Fuck yes, I do.
Yeah.
So it's a way to live out these fantasies without having to actually cause harm to people in like a negative way or offend somebody or hurt somebody in an emotional way or like, you know, I don't know. It's amazing. Do I want to be punished by being slapped? No. Do I want that in my fantasies? Please punish me by.
Yeah. And I see that's the fucking thing is it's like, it's power. It's things that if you don't explore, they find another way out and it's not healthy, you know, and
Exactly.
it can
Absolutely.
make you fucking miserable. You know, there's a lot of people that are just
Also, masturbation is so healthy.
for
Like
real.
whoever made up all these things that masturbation is not healthy, please go finger yourself. Because like masturbation is so good for you. It gets all of this pent up energy and then you're relaxed and like if you don't use it, you lose it. Like
For real.
take care of your parts, people.
Yeah. No Nut November is so fucking stupid. I don't know what the fuck.
I hate No Nut November. And I think the people that do it, I think it's hot in a way. Like I have some OnlyFans guys that they do it and I'm like, that's so hot. I'm so proud of you. But also I wish you were coming for me right now because this sucks.
Do you try to break them?
Come.
Do you try to break them?
Oh, duh.
Yes. Yes. I love this. And you perfectly transitioned into OnlyFans. Before we go there though, because I definitely want to, I have to know all the things. Cum shot from a guy. Where do you prefer it? Are you a facial girly, cream pie girly? Like, what's your thing? Do you like them both?
I have a huge breeding kink.
Okay.
But I also love facials because it feels slutty.
Yeah.
So I like both. And I love... and I know that's such like a cliche thing to say and people won't believe it. And that's fine. You don't have to believe it. But I love to just... like my blowbang scene with 10 guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's real as shit. And again, they're going to believe it because you're saying it with authority and with passion and with like, you know, like actual, I mean, anybody listening to this can tell that you're telling the truth. They know when you're not. And I've had people on the show who have been like, you know, not this or that or whatever, and give all sorts of different answers. But for the most part, like, people love a cream like for real. And and like also too, like facials, there's like the sluttiness is the fun part and the aesthetic, I guess,
so
too.
slutty.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay, so you are over on OnlyFans. You're a huge creator over there. Tell me what's going on your Are you just on OnlyFans? You're like OnlyFans Fansly, other places too, or?
I'm on OnlyFans Fansly, ManyVids, Mim, Loyal Fans. I have all of the fans.
Okay. Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep up with for sure, but I want to keep like the authenticity of me. And I don't like, I know a lot of people, they use Teams or they have like AI chatbots now. And I think that if you don't have time for it, like do what you need to do and maximize your income. And that's amazing. Like, I'm happy for you that you feel comfortable doing that. That's fucking awesome. But I don't feel like I'm mentally there yet. And I still have the time to like take these like one-on-ones with my fans and chit chat with them and really be able to build that connection. And so while I still have that size fan base, I really want to, you know, emphasize that and like live in it and really just enjoy the moment. And so I still do video calls, I still do custom videos, I chat with my fans all day, and I want to make them all feel loved because I do love them. And like a lot of people are like, well, you're going to give people the wrong idea by saying I love them. And I'm like, I always specify, like, I love my fans in a way that like, no, I'm not going to run off and marry you. I have my life set up, but I love you as a human. I think that it's beautiful, and the connections we build and getting to know each other and support people, like when they're getting a new job or like they get married and then they're like, well, you know, I'm getting off OnlyFans. I just got married. And I'm like, that's beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm not mad, or, you know, helping them through tough times, or it's like, it's so much more than just a sexcapade.
Yeah.
And so on one hand, like I can fulfill all of these sexual fantasies and like I get off and I'm sitting there masturbating while I'm talking to them. But then I can also be like that emotional support that they may not have at home. So OnlyFans is just a very beautiful thing for me.
Yeah, for sure. How many years on OnlyFans?
Since 2019, I don't math.
Yeah, it's like 7 years. So yeah.
Something like that. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, sure. I think, I don't know. No, it is. So how crazy is it getting over there content wise? Is it mainly like, is it boy, girl, 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 both? Are you doing blow bangs or fucking whatever? Are you dressing up?
My OnlyFans is actually a crazy thing, which is not the most common thing. On my OnlyFans, you get all of my self-film scenes and you can get my Brazzers scenes.
Wow.
Which is like a big deal.
Yeah.
So people can actually see. So like whatever I don't do on like my OnlyFans filming, like the Brazzers stuff is brought there. So it's definitely, Brazzers is amazing for that. I love them for that.
Wow.
But I do also like, I have my boy girls on OnlyFans. I do a lot of like femdom stuff, but I'm a switch. So I'm huge into submissive stuff as well. I love public stuff, but OnlyFans doesn't really allow that anymore, so that's on ManyVids. I love like the Hugh Cow hentai themed stuff. I think that's amazing. I've done a lot of that. It's just everything. I have everything. Like if you can think of it, but I don't have my own self-filmed blow bangs there yet. I'm trying to plan one, but it's a little harder to organize without a big company's help. So
yeah, see, a blow bang and a gang bang. I was just having this conversation with someone in the DMs. I'm like, I don't think you understand how hard it is to organize one of these things because
it's difficult.
It's very difficult.
I have one orgy that's like self-filmed on OnlyFans. It's just because it's so hard to organize. I have my like Brazzers stuff there, but it's so hard to, and then get everybody there and then make sure everybody's tested and then everybody's on the same page, everybody's same place, same time. It's a mess.
Yeah.
But it's fun once it happens. So, and I have so much more stuff upcoming. Like I have a ton of new scenes this year that I wanted to talk about and I can't talk about. But yeah, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, I feel like your 2026 is going to be fucking giant. Okay, so what, you know, the obligatory podcast question I have to ask, and I'm sure it's going to be a totally different answer than what we usually get. Although I get different answers to this every time. So we don't kink shame here. We love everything. We love all of it, right? As long as it's legal and consensual and all of that. Now that I've said my lawyer stuff, what is the craziest, weirdest, most, and again in a loving way, weirdest, craziest, most bizarre, different request you get from fans on OnlyFans or Fansly?
So I wouldn't label it as weird.
Sure.
Because I don't find it weird. I find it intriguing, I think is the word that I would use.
Okay.
But I think the most kind of out there one, I don't get a lot of super, super crazy stuff. Like a lot of my fans are nerds. And so like their biggest fantasies are cosplay stuff. But the one of the ones I got that was just kind of like when I was reading it, I was like, wow, in like a good way. But it was the Hugh Cow thing, like I had mentioned. So, but he took it a step further and wanted me actually like in a pool of milk. It was still the hentai route, not like animal route. So it was definitely still the hentai route. But like whole big thing that's just like milk and anime girl kind of oriented. But the whole like throwing the cow thing in there to such a real extent was surprising for me, and I was weirdly really turned on by it. And it was amazing. It was one of my first like big customs I ever did, and so for me, like in that moment in time, I was like, this is crazy. Now looking back on it, I'm like, well, I've done so much similar stuff by now, it's really not that crazy. But yeah, I don't get a lot of weird requests. Most of mine are cosplay stuff, or like, I don't know, I have a request sometimes for reading comic books naked, and like it's, I don't know, it's just nerdy stuff.
Well, reading comic book, that's original as hell. Is there any specific
Right?
like specific comic books that you always get they want?
They always just have me kind of pick like
Okay.
whatever I want, or I've had a couple specific requests, but I don't really remember what they are at this point in time. I had somebody, oh my God, it was the cutest thing ever. So they had this like childhood memory of like laying on their mom's lap while she read them the night before, it was the night before Christmas, whatever the name of that book is. And so he asked for a custom, like he wanted me fully clothed and like a Christmas sweater and all just like nice and sweet and reading the night before Christmas. And I thought that that was so sweet. Like it was so cute. And it wasn't even like a sexualized thing. Like he didn't want it at all. It was just like a, I don't know, like a nostalgic thing, and I thought that was because his mom was no longer around, so I thought it was just like a very beautiful thing. So
yeah, it is.
That one was also very original as well.
Yeah, that's the beauty part of you being able to connect on your own terms with people who want to connect with you, right? To your fan base, and it's like you don't know what you're gonna get. You're right. You're gonna be a fucking anime cow, whatever, one day, and then you're gonna be someone's like the ghost of someone's mom for Christmas. You know, so like we don't know. You don't know, and either way, like you're a creative person. I could see you directing at some point in the future. I could see you writing.
I want to. That's actually a huge goal of mine. At some point, I want to kind of have my own studio and direct and really like start, I don't know, my own style of porn, because mine's, I don't want to say it's original because everybody's done everything at this point, and the more I watch Instagram shit, the more I realize there is no individual experience. But I think that like my take on porn could be something cool. So I don't know. One day.
I mean, first of all, I think you are an original, and I think that's what makes your work original, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
of
take
course,
that.
of course. I mean, again, like I only say things that are fucking true to the people I have on the show because it doesn't work otherwise. I don't want to fucking bring somebody on and
please don't lie and kiss my ass.
No, my God, they know that I'm just like, I'm sure they probably listen to this like, why would he say that? Like, or whatever. And I've, in my last relationship, I was constantly saying things where it was like, okay, I need a second to explain why I said that. It's never mean, but it's like so much truth that it's like, fuck.
I'm also brutally honest, so I get that.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of the episode. Although I could fucking talk to you for another multiple hours, I'm sure I'll bump into you at AVN and we'll do a man on the street thing if you're signing anywhere or whatever. But let's get a little nerdy for a hot second and then we'll close on some stuff. But I mean, you love cosplaying, you love that comic book video game world. So where do you like, what are some of your favorites? Like obviously you mentioned Thanos, which is fucking dope, right? So are you more of a Marvel girly than DC? Or are we both? Do we like, why do I keep saying girly?
I think the Marvel movies are better. I think DC comics are better, but I love both. I think DC knows how to take a very emotional story and enthrall you and hold you the whole time. But I think Marvel knows how to take that same kind of dark and hard to swallow story and add humor to it and make it something more palatable. And so I think they each bring something different to the table. So I love both personally. I think my favorite comic would be Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Nice.
I think that one is amazing. In terms of video games, I love Call of Duty. I think the Black Ops 3 Zombies was the best one. But Black Ops 4 Blackout was fucking amazing too. The Last of Us would probably be my favorite video game. And I know that's, stereotypical at this point in time because everybody's watched the show, but I'm cool, okay? I played it before the show. So I love The Last of Us. I cried and I'm not a crier. And Borderlands, I'm obsessed with the whole Borderlands franchise. I'm playing Borderlands 4 right now. Fortnite, obviously. My biggest obsession though, and people get very upset when I tell them because I spend a ridiculous amount of money in this game. And like my favorite humans in life, they understand that I don't want Christmas presents. I want coins to grow my dragon. But I play Age of Origins. I am a C41 in Nation 1070. I'm the second strongest person in my nation.
Wow.
And I burn cities to the ground. And it makes me so happy inside.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, good for you. And that's cool that you can work this hard and do all these things and still have like a life. I need to take a page out of your book and figure out how to have a life, because I don't have a life and I want to go to the movie theater. But you know,
no, I get that though. And I was such a workaholic for the longest time that I didn't like take that time for myself. And then I was like, no. I'm not going to spend 24/7 working. I need my self time. I'm going to play my games. I'm going to play with my dogs. I'm going to live my life the way I want to live it. And, you know, I will also work because I also want to eat. But I mean, you know, I can do both.
Yeah. I love that. So, okay, since I'm a Batman guy, actually here on my speaker, all 4 years of the podcast is this little collectible. It's the 2017. It's the Joker, but he's dressed as Batman. He's like my little mascot. He sits here on the show all the time. So you're Batman, right? Do you prefer your Batman dark, or are you more a fan of like the blue and gray? Like
dark.
Yes.
Dark.
Yes.
It's Batman, not blue and gray.
I know. It annoys me that he doesn't kill people, to be honest. Like, just get over it, dude.
It is vital for him to kill people.
I know. How many times are you going to let the Joker blow up a kid's hospital? Just throw him off a fucking building.
At this point, just be done with it. Like, what? You kill one person and then you save how many? Like, just...
Yeah.
That was Thanos did that right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, it's also why I like the Punisher. So there's that too.
Punisher's so hot. Anyway, continue. I just want to fuck all the comic book characters. Scarlet Witch, please have sex with me. You know, Scarlett Johansson as well, like as Black Widow, please sit on my face. So it's a nerd thing. I just want to fuck them all. I'd fuck Groot at this point.
I think you could fucking pull off this. Maybe all that happens in the Thanos, and then the final boss is, you know, you and Thanos. You know,
I like that.
It's like a gauntlet. Like you have to get
my way up.
You have to get through them to get to me, daughter, or whatever the fuck. You know, and then it's like,
I love this. I'm taking a page from your book right now.
I have your boyfriend here tied up to a chair. He's crying like a bitch. Yeah,
crying like a bitch.
Yeah. Well, he does have the reality stone, so I mean, anything's possible. You know, so like
that's right. There's so many ways we could spin this.
Yeah, for sure.
We could do a series at this point.
Yes, and it's
like what if
it would sell
like the what if series, but in Thanos porn.
What if Thanos fucked his stepdaughter? That's the scene right there. Okay, so here at the end, tell everybody about your AVN nominations. By the way, congratulations for the AVN nominations. Get the fuck out of here. It's so awesome. And then I'm gonna like try to get some details out of you, and you'll probably resist, and that's fine. But whatever. But like, tell us all about the AVN nominations.
So for the nominations, I'm gonna sound like a complete cunt.
Do it.
But I have a hard time remembering.
I
believe it was favorite female performer, and I think best tits, if I'm not wrong. And then I think my girl scene with Kira Noir and Gianna Dior was nominated, and my girl with Connie Perignon, I believe.
So this is what the fucking internet is telling me. Is saying that yeah, fucking internet, man. The entire history of the world in your pocket, and sometimes it's wrong. It says, all girl group sex scene with Kira Noir, Gianna Dior. Best blow bang scene, caged and come hungry, Abigail's
caged blow bang.
Yeah. And then you're nominated for another two that you're a part, or what's not? I guess it's like a group nomination or something. Extra content or something. I don't know. But I mean, when you see that, when you get that call, this podcast actually is nominated by AVN for the first time, and I was like,
congratulations!
Thank you so much. That
I'll
means
vote for you.
Thank you so much. I'll be voting for you. Yeah. And I was like, wait, what? Like I wanted it really badly, and I'm like, I got a nomination. So whatever. So what does it feel like when you get that news?
I think it's amazing to have that recognition. But I think whenever I finish my whole porn career, whenever that is, whenever I die, whenever, um, I won't be thinking about the awards I got. I'll be thinking about the experiences. And so I've always kind of lived by that. I've never done any scene for the idea of getting an award. I've never done anything for the, with the thought in the back of my head, will I get an award? So having that recognition is absolutely beautiful. I think it's amazing. I think it's an honor, but it's not why I do porn. So I get excited, but at the same time, I'm just like, cool. I think it's amazing. And I think AVN is amazing. And I love the way that they credit people for what they do.
Yeah.
But when I die, I won't remember all my awards. I'll remember hosting. I'll remember the experiences. I'll remember the AVN Awards show as a whole and being there and getting to know people and seeing people on stage, like happy to claim them.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter as much to me to win as it does seeing other people get credited for what they do. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Even when like you watch like the Oscars or the Golden Globes or something, and someone goes up there and they win, I'm like inside, I'm like, holy fuck, like that's it's like fucking emotional because it's like they all the journey they were on, it just culminated in that. I love that feeling for
and I know how hard people work for the awards and like for the nominations, and so seeing them up there and all excited and emotional, like it makes me emotional. But I don't do it for the awards. I do it for the love of the game. And so at the end of the day, if I win an award, that's fucking awesome. And if I don't win an award, I can see people that I idolize and admire up there claiming it. And I think that's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to win something. So I'm just saying, I think you're going to win something. Can you give away anything about what's going to happen when you take the stage? Are there any secret? I mean, you're not going to.
There's one really big secret that I can tell you.
What? Okay. I was not expecting that. But
I'll be hosting. That's the big secret.
I mean, I know you're not going to give me anything, but like, I mean, how many?
I can't. But you want to know the fucked up thing? I don't even know the secrets.
Oh, well, they're still putting them together, probably. I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm over here like, who do I need to flirt with to get to know these secrets?
Yeah.
But
how many wardrobe changes do you have?
Oh, that's exciting. I have a red carpet dress, and then I have my dress that I'm coming out onto the stage on, and then I have a change halfway through. And I'm extremely excited for all of them. One is like a kind of like, it's not fully see-through because it still needs to be safe for work, but it's kind of like a mesh silhouette style dress. So you'll be able to kind of see everything and the shape of everything without being able to see details. Another one is like a corset with a really high slit. So the slit's going to come to like here and flare out with it, which is, I can't wait. It's 3 different dresses that each kind of like showcase a different style of my body, and which is amazing for me because like I worked really hard to have my body where it is right now. So I'm really excited to kind of show it off. Yeah,
that'll be fucking amazing. I'm still waiting back to hear if I'll be on the red carpet. So perhaps we might be doing this again, but in a shorter form.
I would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Final question. What do you want the most in 2026?
Just to keep doing what I'm doing. I want to keep being myself and fucking flourishing in who I am. And that's what I want. I wouldn't change anything about my life.
Amazing answer. I love that answer so much. Abigail Morris, thank you so much for being with me on Sex Party. Let's tell these horny, fun, wild, party-going people in the audience not only where they can find you on social media, so like Instagram and Twitter, but where they, more importantly, can find you, connect with you, dump like garbage bags full of cash out all over you online.
So my Instagram, I'm going to spell it out, even though that sounds obnoxious because my name is spelled weird. It's ABIGAIIL, not a typo, period, Morris, MORRIS. So that's my Instagram. My OnlyFans is the same thing with no period. And my X, Twitter, whatever we're calling it now, is the same thing, but instead of a period, it's an underscore. So all of my stuff is very easy to find. If you can't find it, I'm sorry.
Amazing. Well, I think you're incredible. I think that you're going to have an insane couple of years. I can't wait to see you here in a few days. Oh my God. Yeah. In a few days. And yeah, like congratulations on everything. Fucking amazing.
Thank you. Congratulations on your nomination. Thank you for having me on here.
No, thanks for doing
great.
Thanks for doing
Did
it.
we just become friends. We're friends now, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I will have you back anytime. And when we stop recording, we can talk about that too. So, but yeah, I want to tell you, thank you for coming and being yourself and doing the damn thing. It means a lot.
Thank you. This has been amazing.
Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Huge thank you to my guest, Abigail Morris, for being with me on the show this week. Make sure you go check out everything she is doing on social media. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on Twitter. But most importantly, take some cash. Go to her OnlyFans. Go to her Fansly. Connect with her. Enjoy yourself. That's what life is all about. Have a good time. If you're loving Abigail, you want to see more of her, she will be back on the show in the future. But let's just say you're loving all the guests. You're still on board with all my wacky nonsense every single week. You want to show this show some love, some appreciation, but you also want to make sure that you never miss a show every single Wednesday. How can you do this? Well, if you're listening to this on platforms like Apple and Spotify, you could leave a rating, you could leave a review. Those things are wonderful. I love those things. They mean a lot to me, but fuck it, right? Forget it. What you really want to do is just make sure you're subscribed to the show so you never miss a new episode every single goddamn Wednesday, especially if you're subscribed or you think you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts. They've been unsubscribing people from shows for certain reasons, for whatever reasons. We have no idea still on any of the reasoning, but let's do this. Let's go to Apple Podcasts. Go to Sex Party with Dustin Rybka. In the upper right-hand corner, if you see a pause button, unfortunately, your subscription has been paused. Tap the pause button, toggle on down to resume subscription, resume downloads. Boom. You're resubscribed. If you're watching this on YouTube, I love you. I see you. I appreciate you. If you're watching this on YouTube, what do you want to see Abigail cosplay as on her OnlyFans or for a scene? Leave it in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to make sure that you show some emotion towards the show, it could be love, could be hate, could be confusion, sadness, bewilderment, anything. But also you want to make sure that you never miss a new episode of the show every single Wednesday. How can you do both these things? Well, you could like this video. You could dislike this video. You could do that to all the videos. You could leave a comment on this video. You could leave a comment on all the videos. Go crazy. Positive or negative comments, I will reply nonetheless, right? But what you really want to make sure you do, whether you're confused, you're bewildered, you're upset, you love the show, whatever, is you want to make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a new episode every single Wednesday. As always, I'm available in the DMs on Instagram, and I will see you all right back here next week.
Thanks for listening. The party continues next week. Click subscribe and let's make this a regular thing. Follow the show on Instagram and Twitter at SexPartyFM. Follow Dustin at Dustin Rybka.